Alright, so we're back, but today I'm going to a teaching conference here in Fresno, California. I actually don't know where it is, so let's go and check it out. I just got here from Davis, by the way. So before I go in, I want to just say that hopefully we will know what the teaching conference is about. I'm gonna be videoing Fresno and Sacramento because it's happening in two places. So I'll be asking people questions about what they're learning, and they'll explain more, much more better than me, I'm sure. I hear voices.
So glad you're here, man.
I just got here.
So I'm on Sam's channel, and here you go. You can put us on
I'm blazing fire.
What I'm doing.
I'm
putting you on
fire.
elevated video.
I'm blazing fire.
Abdu'l-Baha, Tablets of the Divine Plan. O ye friends, fellowship, fellowship.
What is the principal focus of the area teaching committee?
بعد مطلب دیگه از شما
عبدالبها
بفرمایید.
به وسیله مؤسسات فرآیند مؤسسات آموزش.
این مؤسسه است که
خویشان و آشنایان در بالا بردن
Respite. So as we collaborate and spend time together, but we're going to be this magnetic focus.
This is a map of Stanislaus County. It shows that we have two LSAs, one in Modesto and one in Turlock.
We have one house, Shaheen. His house is kind of the gathering house where we have any classes they have, any feasts or any sort of holiday stuff. And that's really all we do.
Adults in Bishop, and in your county that is where we're two adults, so it's 5 in total. As during this summer, they are going to bring like 4 youth in order to start increasing the cluster, and from there we will take on, and hopefully we will have the connections to keep going.
Thank you.
We're going to have a skit that was performed in one of the small groups. It's from one of the Fresno groups, and it's about undesirable outcomes.
So we're going to give an example of the right way and the wrong way. You guys get to figure out which one's which.
We have spent so much time together. During the years of being here, we've been through a lot. We've been through friendship, happiness, and hope.
By having strength and being together. Every time when we meet, we discuss about our day, and if there's a bad day, we discuss why and how can we improve it.
This is a map of a small piece of the focus neighborhood in Fresno. So what we did is being inspired after discussing the reality of Southern Land of the case study, we discussed a bit of our reality in the neighborhood.
So we also discussed some new places that we can also expand to, and we found a neighborhood right here that we haven't expanded to yet. So we said we can maybe start a junior youth group with the kids in these neighborhoods right here. This is a broken bird. This is a broken winged bird.
اگه میخوای خدمت کنی باید کمی همت کنی، آستین رو بالا بزنی، کمی با خود خلقت کنی، چند تا مناجات بخونی، با خود بیای نیت کنی که در کنار جوونا تو جلسات شرکت کنی، نظر بدی و بشنوی و تو کارا شرکت کنی. شعار رو کمتر کنی، خدمت رو هی بیشتر کنی. اگه نمیدونی چه کار، بیا خودتو جلو بذار. کارا خودشون جور میشن به محضی که حرکت کنی. خیلی از مسن‌ترها خدمت کنن جدا جدا، ولی اگه مثل جوونا درست کنن که ماشونا، کارا راحت‌تر میشه، نتیجه مطلوب‌تر میشه. اگه دوست داری بیا، وقت اونه که گوش کنی به حرفای عبدالبها.
Understanding of concepts that was advanced today can be put into practical plans, so that when you leave tomorrow, it wasn't just a good conference, but we can actually make a contribution, more of a contribution to the community building processes in our clusters, in our localities. For instance, the video we saw with Sarv talking to young people about, friendship, that's cool. Imagine, and that was without them even encountering Baha'u'llah's revelation. Imagine if we put into concrete plans conversations that then expose people to the revelation of Baha'u'llah. Imagine the conversations, how meaningful they would be then. So those are the types of plans that we can put into place. How to bring the revelation of Baha'u'llah into conversations and into community building processes.
You guys have learned about a story with a person's name Kibomi, right?
Yep.
So what's about that story you want to share?
So what I learned from the story is that there's always hope in life and you shouldn't give up.
At the heart of it, it's about building communities, or maybe even transforming communities. So right now in society, we have individuals that interact with each other, but a lot of it has lost some of the spiritual forces that have historically made civilizations great. And so what this conference is trying to do is explore some of the approaches and methods by which we can bring spiritual principles and forces into communities and into interactions of individuals, and to make them really places that nurture human potential. So we do that through a process of individuals praying together, individuals having spiritual and meaningful conversations together, kind of like conversations you have on your channel, or we have people get together and educate children together in spiritual principles, or empower the junior youth. Youth study together and learn how they can contribute to the betterment of their communities together. So these are some of the things we're exploring. They're very basic things, but at the same time they're very profound. So study is not just reading, but it's study in which everyone is on equal footing and able to interact with the Word of God and then express their understanding together in an atmosphere that's very kind of empowering. But then also in addition to study, they serve together, they do action together, they do arts together, they can do sports and healthy recreation together, extracurricular activities, whatever. They become a group of friends. And at the end of the day, if we can create powerful friendships in our communities will be stronger. The betterment of the world will be achieved. And that's the purpose of religion, the betterment of the world.
Right now, we're learning about the milestones, like how the steps get into the third milestone. The first one is talking about how to build friendships, how to build everyone together, and learn how to become more united, so everyone can learn more about the Baha'i and learn more about the books.
Okay.
And the third one, the second one is so everyone could get together, have gatherings, have study circles, learn more about the books.
Cool.
So.
The Ruhi books, right?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi.
So what's the purpose of the conference?
The 5-year plan.
So what are some of the...
To build the community.
Build community.
Yes.
So
to empower it more, because it's already being empowered.
Sure. Question is, what activity do you do in your community, and where are you from?
The activity I do, I'm from Fresno, and I live in the focus area, and the activity I do is I'm a children's class coordinator, and I teach children's classes.
Cool.
I have a children's class in my neighborhood.
So, can you describe the purpose of the conference in like one word?
It's very complex. It's difficult to reduce something complex to one word. But if I had to pick one,
then use 2 words.
Is building understanding.
That's perfect.
Or advancing understanding.
That's great.
Yeah. The plan is at a point where we have some experience, but we still lack resources, right? Like the plan that the Baha'is are carrying out from the Universal House of Justice with their friends is we've been doing it for like 20 years, and we've got a good amount of experience in how to start activities, but we're really learning about how to get those activities to a high quality, and how to like do study circles that actually result in people doing the practices and maintaining activities afterwards, right?
Well, we're learning about, we're using the guidance from the Universal House of Justice and pretty much trying to see how we can take everything we've learned over the past 20 years in the community building process that the Baha'is and their friends are engaged in, and how do we implement it more intensely in these next coming 5 years. Things are growing very at a faster rate now because we've learned. So we're just trying to implement now and focus more. So this is a nice space over here. It's very beautiful physically, and there's spiritual beauty here too, with all the devotionals and the songs and the arts. And there's a Persian speaking group here. There's English speaking. There's people from out of Fresno here. But coming together in this space to really think about how we can advance together.
Throughout this conference, I kind of gained, I guess, more of an understanding of what milestones were. You know, before going to this conference, I didn't really know what the first milestone, the second milestone, or, third milestone was. So yesterday they explained it thoroughly, talked about it, and wrote on posters, and we presented in our small groups. And I guess that helped me a lot more in understanding the importance of the 4 core activities and just participation and commitment.
ما داریم الان بخش آخری که مطالعه کردیم راجع به تمدن جهانی صحبت کردیم که ببینیم که منظور از این تمدن جهانی که حضرت بهاءالله برای ما آوردن چی هستش و قراره که تو برنامه قسمت بعدی بشینیم دوره هم برنامه ریزی بکنیم و ببینیم که برای پیشبرد این تمدن جهانی چه قدم‌هایی باید برداشته بشه.
The coordination between the arts task force and the facilitators to be able to really enrich the environment. Like last night during the plenary session, we had all these people at very last minute notice really dig deep and come together with these different types of art projects. And I would say last night was great success.
Yeah, as he said, the art task force, what we did was to meet with a small group facilitators, and we accompany them for whatever they needed, for materials, for ideas. We were there for supporting them, but the art projects was their work, not ours, basically. We were there for support and coordinate things. So, for example, the devotionals in the morning, we organized them. And
we'd find volunteers.
We found volunteers. We found also people that they wanted to participate. We made the selections of the prayers and the writings that we thought that they will be more appropriate for the conference environment.
Going
for the tablets of the Divine Plan because it's the most, we thought it will be the most, appropriate for the conference.
There's a training. It's 5 days long. It'll be here in Fresno. If you went to the Spring Break Institute camp or outreach campaign, it's very similar to that. But basically, we'll be training on what does it look like to be part of an intensive teaching team, what are some of the skills and qualities and attitudes, and doing a lot of work reaching out to youth.
And then that's when I started doing children's classes, and I fell in love with the children, and I love doing children's classes overall. And then I was like, do I really want to leave Fresno? Do I want to leave these kids? Like, who's going to teach them? I should be here since I'm from this area. And now, I don't want to leave. I want to serve here in Fresno. And I want to do a summer service, and I'm doing a year of service.
Wait!